Hello everyone, if you don't know me already, I'm Tara, the dance doctor. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be addressing some styling tips for shy dancers. So I'll say most of my students are people who want to be good social dancers. They don't want to be too flashy. A lot of times the styling options that I give them, they say, oh, that's not me, that's too much, people are gonna think I'm full of myself, and like that. And my response is, well, we need to work toward building a dance alter ego that's not you. You know, when I'm on the dance floor, I'm not Tara, I'm Mimi. That's my dance alter ego's name. And she does things that Tara doesn't do. She's a bit more bold. And so I'm always telling my students, you need to work on your alter ego because dance you isn't the same as you at your work or at your home. They're more expressive, and that is the point of dancing. However, I'm also aware that it takes time to get there. And so this video is for people who are taking steps toward becoming their dance alter ego on the dance floor, but they're still not fully comfortable with doing all the flashy things that their teachers might want them to do. So this is kind of an interim video and kind of helping you get more comfortable in your body and knowing where to start when your partner lets go of you, or if you're just practicing some basic styling stuff. So that's why I've called this video understated styling or subtle styling for shy dancers, to kind of help you move from shy to a little less shy and to get more comfortable in your body. And the way that we're going to be doing this, I'm sorry, I'm always getting comments saying that I talk too much, so I'm going to try and be a little more brief. The way we're going to do this is we're going to focus on three main things. One is utilizing your basic rhythm to create different movements without having to think about a specific shine or footwork or body actions necessarily. We're just focusing on using our basic rhythm to create different styling options. The second thing are things that we can do with our arms that are not too flashy, that don't make you feel vulnerable. And the third thing is channeling the rhythm into different parts of your body in a subtle way that isn't going to make you feel self-conscious, okay? Or like you're trying too hard. And so I think this video is going to be super helpful for a lot of people. So let's get right into it. So as I said, the first concept that we're working with is anytime we're doing a shine or even dancing with a partner, we want to be focused on maintaining the basic rhythm and staying as grounded as possible, because that's really going to reflect in our bodies and create high quality movement. So throughout the options that I'm going to give you in this video, of course we're gearing this towards salsa. Maybe I'll do another one for bachata in the future. We're going to be just using our basic salsa rhythm. And this first one, we're simply going to do in place, okay? So say you're dancing and your partner lets go of you and you don't know what to do. March in place. 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm aware that when I ask my students to open up their arms or do anything in which their arms go out away from their body, it inspires a slight panic attack. And so I'm going to give you options to use your arms in a way that make you feel a little bit more protected and not so vulnerable. So we're going to start with one of my favorite concepts, which is as we march, I'm going to just bring my hands down to my thighs, okay? So I'm not on the side and I'm not totally in front, I'm like in between, okay? So my partner lets go of me and I'm gonna just go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm just kind of gonna bring those up to my waist, okay? That's it. That's our first styling option. As a general rule, I find touching myself is a very grounding exercise. I've said this in a lot of other videos that When I touch my own body, it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable in my body. And so that's a really good thing to do, you know, to experiment with different ways that you can touch yourself while you're dancing. And it also then gives your arms something to do, because that's a big insecurity for a lot of dancers. Okay, so this is our first exercise, our first styling option. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to just do that from a basic. Okay, so we're going 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Bring the arms down. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Basic. 3. And again, arms down to the thighs, 2, 3 in place, and bring them up to the waist. And again, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Down, 5, 6, 7, and up to the waist, 6, 7. Okay? As you can see, very subtle. You get to kind of stay in your comfort zone, and it looks very nice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing something simple. A lot of times it actually makes you look more confident when you do something simple than when you try to do something really complicated, okay? So now we're going to try that first subtle styling option with music. So our second option that we're going to be working on is we're going to just do a side rock and come back together. And to make it a little bit more interesting, but nothing too crazy, we're just going to focus on creating an exaggerated, slightly exaggerated hip action as we do it. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All the while, I'm just going to keep my arms right here in front of my rib cage, nothing crazy, because I'm just focusing on moving the hips. And I don't need to do anything with my arms. I just need to make sure that they're not hanging out here or doing anything crazy, moving too much. Keep them right in front of you, elbows out to the side. And just channel the rhythm into the hips, okay? So we're gonna go from a basic 1, 2, 3, here we go. And I go swing and together, swing and together. So as I do this, I'm actually gonna keep both knees bent so that I can create more of a pendulum swing in the hips, okay? I did just upload a lesson about how to create this action in great detail to my Patreon page this week. So if you would like to learn more about how to create that pendulum swing in your hips as it relates to salsa, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/dancedoctor. Okay, so keeping the arms here, or the hands here, elbows out to the side, and we go. 1, 2, 3, to the side, and hip, and hip. Make sure that when you bring the feet together, you're not popping up. 2, hip, 1, 2, hip, 1, 2, hip, and basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, and 5. And again, basic. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and basic. And last time. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's try that second option with music. All right, our third simple styling option is we're going to now emphasize the shoulders, and we're also going to add a little drop on the slow beat. So we're going to now, utilizing that same basic rhythm, we're going to go back, together, and as we do that, we're going to go shoulder, shoulder, drop, shoulder, shoulder, drop, shoulder, shoulder, drop, shoulder, shoulder, drop. Yeah? A common thread that comes through all of these is that I'm not moving a lot in space, because as we know, I think the more you move out of the spot that you were originally in, the more kind of disoriented you can get, and the more self-conscious and insecure you can become, which is why I wanted to make everything kind of stationary and a little bit more internal, because this is for shy dancers. So first, let's just do the lower body, and then we'll add the shoulders on. Again, I'm keeping my arms right out here in front so I feel nice and safe and protected. I don't want you, I should say, to ever do this. I'm still kind of lifting my chest and sending my rib cage forward to create some nice presence, but I'm not going to make you do anything that where your hands have to leave the front of your body, okay? So the feet and the lower body are going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, drop, 5, 6, drop. 1, 2, drop, 5, 6, drop. And that on its own is a very nice option to add a little bit of dynamic, but because I also want to channel rhythm into a different part of the body, I'm going to do the shoulders, which you could also do on your own without the drop, okay? So you have the option to isolate either one of these or do them together the way that I am doing it. So the shoulders are going same shoulder as the foot that I'm stepping onto, which sometimes people struggle with. When I'm stepping back, I don't want to do this. I actually want to send the shoulder of the foot that's stepping back forward. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Elbows out to the side. Boom, boom, boom. Really thinking about that, the ball and socket really coming forward. We want to make sure we're not doing this, because that's not the same. That's more of an agitation from the rib cage up, okay? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Let's go from a basic. We go 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Back and drop. Back and drop. Back and drop. back and drop, and basic. Here we go. Back and drop, back and drop, back and drop, back and drop, and basic. 5, 6, and back and drop, back and drop, back and drop, back and drop, and basic. Last time. Back and drop, back, drop, back, drop, back, drop. Okay? Let's try that now with music. Okay, and in our fourth and final styling option for shy dancers, I'm going to combine a couple different concepts. We are going to be turning slowly and gradually. We're going to be using our arms in a way that is going to make you feel nice and protected, and we are going to be incorporating our head, which is, I feel, one of the most underutilized concepts for shy dancers, because we tend to, when we're insecure, either like laser focus in on one thing and kind of keep our head there the whole time, or look at the floor. And neither of those options are really going to help us look or feel confident. So an option that I love to use for shy dancers to make them look a little more nonchalant, and then they can still be comfortable in their shyness, is to turn the head over the shoulders. So you don't need to stay looking straight ahead, and you definitely don't want to be looking down at the floor. Just turn the head. So we're just going to do a basic, just turning our head over our right shoulder. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then I can come back. Something that simple as just being intentional with your focus can completely change the way your dancing looks, okay? So we're going to utilize that for our first count of 8. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and I want to make sure that I'm not doing this. I'm just turning my chin as far as I can over my shoulder without allowing that shoulder blade to kind of come up and make my back look curved. Yeah, I want to keep my chest open as much as I can and just turn the head, okay? That's our first 8 counts. Then I'm going to turn in that direction, so I get to leave my head there. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and bring my focus back around to the front, okay? So all I'm doing with the feet is I'm doing a basic, and then I'm marching in a circle. All my steps go forward until I come back to the front, okay? Again, turning the head over the right shoulder. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Walk and keep the focus here. 1, 2, 3, and bring it around 6, 7, okay? So because my head's over my right shoulder already, and I'm going to turn this way, I get to leave my head there until it's over my left shoulder because my body has turned, and then I can bring it back around to the front, okay? Let's practice that, and then we'll do the arms. 1, 2, 3, and turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Nice and gentle, no snapping, nothing too quick. Yeah, we're being nice and subtle, okay? Now, as I do that, what I would normally do if I were turning is do something with my arms, but because we are easing into arm movement, what I want you to do is actually do something that a lot of my more reserved students feel comfortable with, which is to actually cross the arms across your body. The only thing I want to tell you about this movement again is that you don't want to allow it to make, I'm trying not to bang the microphone, I'm not doing a very good job. You don't want to allow it to negatively affect your posture. So as we bring the arms across our body, we want to keep our shoulders and our chest nice and open, because this is going to have a negative effect on the aesthetic of our dancing, okay? So what I'm going to do is turn the head, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to bring the arms across my body, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to come back here, okay? So one hand on the chest or on your neck, again, microphone, with the elbow just kind of draping down, and the other one can just come right across your belly. Keeping a little bit of space here. We don't want to look like we're chilly. Yeah, we're just kind of enjoying the feel of our own skin, okay? So let's try it from a basic. 1, 2, 3, and I turn the head. 1, 2, 3, and turn with the arms and bring the head around. Basic. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Head. 1, and turn. Bring the arms across the body. 5, 6, 7, and basic. Turn the head. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Last time. Turn the head. 1, 2, 3. Walk in a circle. Touch your body. Then turn the head, and we're back. Okay? Now let's try that last movement with music. For joining me for today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notifications so you can see when I upload more stuff like this. Also, check out all of the resources that I have to offer. That means my Patreon page, my website where I have premium dance courses, dancedoctoronline.com. Check out my Dance Doctor Shake It Till You Make It merch, which is a phrase that I'd say I live by and that I inspire my students to live by as well. Remember, practice makes progress, and until next time, keep dancing.